Hello everybody, welcome you all at Learning is Fun with Prajnaparamita. Today I am going to tell you how to use the determiner no and none. And of course, I have a lesson regarding determiner. You can watch that lesson too to know about determiner. But today's lesson is only about no and none and their differences and their different uses also. So stay with me till the end to know all these things very clearly. First, as we all know that no and none, actually we use these words to emphasize the negative idea in a sentence. Now let's see the use. First, no, when we are just use no or using no, we use no with a noun. That means we always use no with a noun, and the word no signifies the idea that is a negative idea in a sentence, that means not a or not any. Now let's see the examples. Here we have to walk home because there was no bus. This sentence means there wasn't a bus. That means was not a bus. So next example for you. There were no shops open. Here also this sentence, we find that in this sentence no, and after no we have to use a noun, that is shops, and this sentence implies or means that there weren't any shop open. That means not any. So when we are talking about no, keep in mind the point that no always used with noun. After no, we have to use a noun definitely. Now let's see another example where we may find that no plus noun can be used at the beginning of a sentence. Here, no reason was given for the change of plan. Here we find no is used with the noun reason, and these no and reason is used just at the beginning of a sentence. So, no plus noun can be used at the middle or at the beginning of a sentence. Now, let's see none. None always is used without a noun. As we see that no is used with a noun, but none is used without a noun. So let's see the example. How much money do you have? None. That means no money. If we use no, we have to use the noun money. But if we use none, we do not use any noun after none. Next example, all the tickets have been sold. Here there are none left. Here in these example also we find if we use no, we have to use no tickets left. After no, we have to use noun tickets. But if we use none, no need to use any noun after none. This is the most important difference of use between no and none. So no is used always with a noun and none is used without a noun. This is the major thing you have to keep in mind. Here, have you got any more sugar? None. Here, if you change the sentence and if you are asked to use no, so you have to say no sugar. But if you are using none, we do not use none sugar. None is only thing we have to use none without noun. We often use none of. that is with none we have to use a preposition of. Now let's see the example. This money is all yours, none of it is mine. Here we find after none of there is a pronoun. So instead of noun, if we use none and with preposition, we can use a pronoun there. And she had none of the typical symptoms of cholera. Here also we find that after none of, we find a phrase, noun phrase, we can use that thing, but we do not use none with only noun. So you do not say none, the typical symptom of cholera. This is not the same thing. Always remember, if we use none of, we can use a pronoun or a noun phrase after that, but of is needed. If we use only none, we do not use a noun or pronoun after none. Next, this is again a very important thing, that is none of. That none of the students, none of them, etc. Now let's see the example first. Here we find that always with none or none of, we have to use a plural noun, but the verb may be a plural verb and a singular verb. This is the thing, both are correct. You can use a plural verb in different situations. You can use a singular verb there. But with none or none of, we have to use a plural noun always. Now let's see the example. None of the parcels have arrived yet. Here you find none of the parcels. Parcels is here a plural noun. Have arrived. Instead of have arrived, you can say has arrived. But the noun, obviously, we have to use a plural noun after none of. Again, none of shops were or was open. Here also after none of, you have to use a plural noun. Now, no, not a or none of, not any. Now let's see the differences here. No or none can be used instead of not a or not any to emphasize the negative idea, as I have told you earlier. Here at the example, there isn't a key for this door. Instead of isn't, you can say that there's no key for the door, for this door. So here, instead of not a, we can use no. Next, sorry, there isn't any left. Where you can say that, or instead of this sentence you can say sorry, there's none left. So when we are talking about isn't any, we can replace this isn't any with none, but isn't a, if there is the phrase isn't a is replaced by no. So no is used when we are talking about isn't a, but none is used when we are talking about isn't any. Now there is an important thing, as we have find that not any cannot normally used with subject. So no brand of cigarette is completely harmless. We can say that thing, we can use no at the beginning of a sentence, but not any brand. We do not use not any at the beginning of this sentence. This is another important thing. No tourist ever came to our village, but you do not say not any tourist. Do not begin the sentence like that. Not any. We do not begin the sentence with not any. None of my friends lives near me. Here, none of my friends. None of can be used at the beginning of a sentence, and you find that with none of there is a plural noun, friends, my friends is used there, but you do not use not any of my friend, but you do not write this, you do not say this at the beginning of a sentence. You do not begin your sentence like not any of my friends. So this is the point. Not any cannot be used at the beginning of a sentence as a subject, but no and none, they can be used as a subject of a sentence. Hope you like this video lesson. If you have any queries, please do comment in the comment section. I definitely reply them. So, no more today. Thank you for listening and bye-bye.